Hi, this is Dr. Solution Focus. I'm back, and today I want to discuss with you about the very important topic of any organizations that should focus on, which is on leadership. Because to me, it's all about the leadership of the company. Because company itself is nothing, right? It's actually made up of the people inside the organization. Okay, so if you look at the organization, it's just a shell. But what makes the organization works is the people inside. And how can you bring out the best in your people? And it boils down to the leadership quality of the organization. So that's why this is what I want to talk to you about, the importance of leadership in organizations and how it can make a difference, even though how it can make a difference all the way to the bottom line of your organization. It's all about leaderships. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the different topics or different leadership styles and all that. So basically I want to share with you the two broad category. One, I call it the traditional school of leadership, and then the new school of leadership, right? The new style, which is here to stay, which I think is going to be the mainstream, and especially under the context of COVID-19 pandemic situation that we are facing right now. So I think this is something that the new school of leadership style is gonna stay. So what is old school, right? Old school leadership style, it's like I say, very traditional. So meaning when the managers, when they treat their staff, when they talk to their staff as if, oh, I'm the managers, you are my staff, so I talk, you better listen. I tell you, you better do what I'm saying, all right? So all you need to do is you just have to follow instruction, all right? So it's more like one-way street kind of communication. So it's like I'm giving you the orders and you just have to follow and you just have to execute, okay? So this is a little bit considered the old school, right? The old style of leading people. And if you still use this kind of way in how you manage your people, well, maybe it still works to a certain extent. Depends on what kind of people that you are managing. But if you are using this style to manage I call it the new breeds of generations, the people who were born in the mid-90s or now people who were born in the year 2000, they are coming to the workforce right now. So it's very hard for you to connect with them because these new generations, they don't want to be led by this kind of style, all right? So then if you continue to use this kind of style, then it makes you become less effective in your leadership. So today we're gonna learn how to adopt the new style of leadership. So what do you mean by new style of leadership? So new style of leadership, it's about engaging, it's about engagement, because to me leadership, it's all about engagement, how well you engage your staff. So it's the quality of your engagement with your team that determine the success of your whole team. Okay, so and how do you engage them? So when you want to use a new style of leadership, it's about using it starts from building relationship. It's about building rapport with them, all right, and through effective communication and listening skills. And those are some of the things that really important in how you build up the great relationship and how you build trust and the very strong bonding with your team, okay? And now the new leadership style, it's about focusing on the strength of your team members. Yeah, you're focusing on the strength. You are focusing on what they are good at, okay? And how you actually bring out the best in them by working on their strength, what they are already good at, the resources that they already have, and what they can do rather than what they cannot do. All right, this is what I call the coaching style of leadership. That means you ask a lot of questions, you get input from them. So there's a two-way kind of communication. So this is called a new style of leadership. It's a bit more engaging. Now, and today, as you know, we are in this unprecedented situation because due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So a lot of us now, we have to work from home. So, and during this moment, all right, so as a leaders, right, how can you actually maintain that relationship when your team are working from afar? You probably don't see them see them as often as you used to, but it's still very important. How do you engage them from afar? So that's why there's a whole new leadership called distant leadership. All right, how do you engage, and how do you continue to motivate, and how do you hold these people accountable while they are working away from the office? So this is the new style of leadership. So it's about activities. So even though you are leading from afar, but what are some of the activities that you can generate to create that engagement? So it's still very important, because one of the statistics shows that while a lot of people go into the work from home kind of style, and a lot of employees actually reported that the engagement level actually drops a great deal, at least in the beginning. But after a while, then it kind of like go up again. So, but now I think people get used to working from home. But again, as leaders, so we still need to know, right? Still need to learn about how do we engage them. So the key is about having that constant communications, all right, listening to them, and then also having a lot of activity. So we got to use the activity base to continue to actually bring people closer. So those are some of the new school of leaderships that we need to be focusing on developing our leaders, all right, using the new style of leadership, because it's more engaging, it's more rewarding, it's more fruitful, and of course, it makes your team happy. And when you make your team happy, guess what happens? They are more productive as well. Okay, so I want to wish you all the best by using this new style of leadership in your company.